Hi, it's Fred again with another Notes of a Nomad video. This is for the third week now that I've been back in Canada from the trip to Australia. And I did a lot more than I thought. When I started going through my time tracker, I realized, wow, I had a lot of contacts last week. For example, the young fellow on the previous Saturday's meeting who said, "That's my grandpa," when I showed him the calendar that Mati had made of our cruise that we go on. His grandfather phoned me from Salt Spring Island and said, "Hey, my grandson said that." And of course, his grandmother had spoken to her daughter, and she had said Jack's mother, and said, "Oh, he's enjoying the sessions." I'm also wearing a hat, which I'll explain, but the one badge I want to show is Shunya School. It's where I went to grade 1 in Thunder Bay until elementary school. And also, there's another badge here, which is the 10th Commonwealth Mining Congress. I hadn't seen this hat for a while, so I thought I'd try and wear a different hat each time. I haven't got endless hats, but I got quite a few. And that was in 1974 when I was a delegate from South Africa when I worked on the gold mines to come and visit the Canadian mining industry, which was fascinating. We flew around even up to the Arctic to go and see some operations there. It was fascinating. Anyway, I had a lot of contacts. Also spoke to the Asian gentleman that I speak to every 2 weeks, and he's the one who suggested that when I was thinking about Notes of a Nomad, he said, "Why don't you shoot video?" So it's all his fault that I'm doing this, but it was a great suggestion. I spoke to him again. I'll speak to him in a couple weeks' time, and I spoke to Fast Eddie in Kamloops. He's the crew member. You may have seen him I think I showed you his picture on the calendar. And Fast Eddie was at home. His wife's in hospital. She's also suffering from health. I think she had a triple bypass. I know it was heart surgery. So it was good to speak to him. You could tell he was missing his wife and hoping she'd be home soon, which she is now, I believe. I also spoke to the lady who's retiring and discussed her plans for coaching and teaching people how to make their lunches, healthy lunches for work, save them money and make healthy lunches as well. And contacted the fellow I used to work with on the gold mines, Charlie, in South Africa. And I speak to him maybe once or twice a year, and it was nice to connect that week. And he says things aren't going that well, politically and economically in South Africa. So a lot of challenges going on there, but it's always good to speak to Charlie. And spoke to my friend and my cousin in Thunder Bay who went to the school, Shunya School, together. And that was a pleasure because I hadn't seen my cousin spoken to her on the phone, but I hadn't seen her. This was a video call for about 11 years. So that was excellent as well. And also spoke to my friend in Toronto, who I used to work with when I sold computer software, and talked about what he's doing. He's helping his mother, I think, with some legal advice, etc. And so it's always good to catch up to him. And last but not least, I went to visit Mati, who made that wonderful calendar, in hospital. He had just come back from California with pneumonia and influenza. He was not looking good. He was feeling terrible. So he ended up in hospital for almost, I don't know, 4 days, 5 days, because of getting him back fit. He hadn't been eating. His lungs were congested with the pneumonia and influenza. And he was in California on a conference. So that was not good. But I believe he's on the mend now. He's out of hospital anyway. So those were the contacts, a lot more contacts than I thought until I looked at my time tracker. And what else? Oh, I attended a Tuesday session that the local lady Laurel Ann does, a success circle, learned about Pinterest. And what I really like about this, I learned things, but also you can make online friends. You don't have to even have never met some of these people face to face. There's a lady in Italy, another one in Ireland, another person in India, fellow in UK, also Mexico. So it's wonderful to be able to connect with these people regularly and discuss what's going on and learn from each other. Did that and Toastmasters. I was Toastmaster of the meeting on Monday. Also, the meeting on Friday I was Toastmaster. Then the meeting on Tuesday, I gave a speech. It was about aging. Told them about some of the things I've been doing and the aches and pains, the knee that doesn't work as well as it used to, the hip, the shoulder that isn't as mobile as it used to be. But we still continue on in spite of some of the physical challenges as well. So did that. And what else? Oh, the youth programs, attended those on Saturday. The Saturday one, I ended up playing table tennis. I don't think I've picked up a table tennis paddle for decades, but there was we only had we had 6 young people. We normally have about 10 approximately. It was a holiday weekend, and the young girl was looking for somebody to play with. I said, I'll try. Fortunately, she wasn't an ace, and we could just hit back and forth. So I played table tennis for the first time with a 9 or 10-year-old girl. And hey, who knows what you're going to do. And also the Friday session was wonderful. I enjoyed that. Had the one young fella gave a speech about the difference between volleyball and swimming, in his opinion. It was humorous as well. Always enjoy that. And then I did my Our Future Leaders blog post about Priscilla and Henry, the elderly people I met, with some of their wise thoughts on lessons from life that we could pass on to everyone, including young people. Such things as, don't believe everything you read and hear, tell the truth, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the nature, and your friends are important. Those sort of things. And also, I did my rowing. One of these days I'll show you. I'm wearing a shirt. It's a Concept 2 rowing shirt. Got this when I did 15 million meters back in 2004. Had done my first million meters, which was a big deal. 1 million meters, wow. Back in 2001, I think it was March 2001. And now, year 2020, I completed my 113th million, which means I've rowed around the world twice, and I'm probably 2/3 of the way around for my 3rd time around the equator, even though I'm still staying in the same place on the rowing machine. One of these days I'll show you the rowing machine. But it's a bit dark in that room, but we'll see if it works or not. What would I like to do better? Well, I've still got to work on those websites. I think I mentioned those. Notes of a Nomad is a website where I can post the videos and people can go and find them all in one spot, or links to them anyway. And then what was the best thing? Well, I did start posting Notes of a Nomad that particular 3rd week, which was good. I felt I accomplished something that I wanted to. So that's been my week. You might say, what the heck are you doing? I don't watch television. I do listen and sometimes watch a video while I'm rowing, that hour or so. That's when I sort of get my information off the internet and listen to podcasts, etc. So with that, I'm always open to comments, questions, any suggestions you may have. So please feel free to reach out to me. You can do that. Many of you get emails, or you can, comment on YouTube, and I'll get back to you. Put your email address in there if you wish, or we'll see on the website when the website's going. Then we'll get you. Rupert was here, but he disappeared in the other room. So this time, no Rupert. I know he's the star of the show so far, but he is around. But I think he got tired of me talking to the computer, decided he'd go and have some quiet time in the other room. So I wish you and your family and friends lots of love and laughter. Bye for now. See you next time.